Mi amigos, familias y gente hermosa de todo el mundo. Buen día a todos ustedes. Es tu chica de nuevo, Modupiola Akinjolire, belleza negra, enfermera psiquiátrica bilingüe practicante. Bienvenido de nuevo a mi canal de YouTube. Por favor, no olvide suscribirte. Hasta me gusta, comenta y compartir. Hoy estamos hablando de regresión, un mecanismo de defensa. Regression shows up when stress, fear, or emotional overload pushes someone to cope by returning to an earlier, more childlike behaviors. It's not intentional nor manipulative. It's the mind's way of seeking safety when current demands feels too big. So what is regression? Regression is a subconscious return to earlier developmental behaviors. When a person feels overwhelmed, instead of using adult coping skills, the person may act in a way that once brought the person comfort, protection, or attention. Examples of younger behaviors include whining, shutting down, throwing small tantrums, slamming doors, seeking excessive reassurance, avoiding responsibilities, retreating to fantasy, sleep, or comfort objects. Regression can happen in adults, it can happen as a teenager, it can happen in children. It's a normal human response. When it becomes a pattern, it can interfere with relationships and work, emotional growth. Just like, for example, a child that has been potty trained already, a child is now going back to the use of diapers, use of pull-ups that the child has overgrown from. So that's just like as a child. In the behavioral space, regression in defense mechanism happens when there are triggers by stressor that exceed an individual's current coping capacity. Just like we said earlier, it could be emotional overload, conflict, grief, rejection, trauma, reminders. It could be fear, anxiety, especially when someone feels powerless or out of control. It could be major life transitions, moving, relocating, new job, illness. It could be unmet emotional needs, feeling unsupported, feeling unheard, feeling unsafe. It could be from fatigue or burnout when the brain is too tired to use higher level coping skills. In the clinical setting, regression may appear during hospitalization, crises, or when discussing painful memories. Real life examples that help normalize the concept and make it relatable. Maybe during an argument, adults can slam a door because they feel unheard. Teenagers call in their bed, refusing to talk when overwhelmed by school stress or parental stress expectation. If they are the firstborn or first child, things like that. It could be relationship wise, like partner giving the silent treatment instead of expressing and communicating hurt. Could be in the workplace as well, employee avoiding emails or tasks when feeling incompetent or feeling criticized. Or it could be nutritional wise, paid well, craving comfort food or cartoons or childhood routines during emotional distress. These behaviors aren't immature to say, they are signals that the person is overwhelmed and needs support. There are prevention and healthy alternatives that can help reduce or minimize regression. We cannot eliminate regression entirely. We can reduce its frequency and intensity by strengthening our emotional regulation and coping skills. We cannot overemphasize the need for emotional regulation. We need it everywhere, workplace, day-to-day activities, everywhere, relationships, in church, communication with people. We need that self-regulation. How do we build that? Strategy is to build our emotional awareness. We want to name our feelings by reducing overwhelming. We want to use the grounding skills. We talked about that in one of the defense mechanisms. Deep breathing exercise. Inhale, you want to pause and exhale out. You want to practice that deep breathing exercises. You want to be mindful, do meditation, do mindfulness practices. You want to strengthen problem solving skills like breaking tasks into smaller steps. This has helped me lately. If I do a lot of things at the same time, I'm always stressed out. You want to break tasks into little steps. It's okay if you can finish things today. There's always another time. So you want to maintain routines, sleep routines, nutrition routines, hydration, drink water, movement, support emotional stability. You want to set healthy boundaries because this help prevent additional emotional flooding. We want to prevent stress from piling up. When regression shows up, we want to first notice the behavior without judgment. We listen, we don't judge. We want to ask what emotion is underneath this reaction. We want to use adult coping skills, journaling, taking a break, communicating needs, using relaxation techniques. Relaxation is under-emphasized. We need to sleep, relax our brain. It's not necessarily we sleeping on the bed, just relaxing, doing a self-reflection on how our day had been. You want to seek support because if the pattern becomes frequent, it could be destructive and it could affect our growth. So regression is a natural human response to stress. It's not a flaw. It's the mind's way of saying I'm overwhelmed, I need support. By understanding the causes, recognizing the signs, and practicing healthier coping strategies, we can respond with compassion towards ourselves and towards others. The goal is not to be 100% perfection. It's to awareness, it's to growth, it's to emotional resilience. Chicos, gracias por mirar y escuchar. Aprecio tu tiempo y nos vemos la próxima vez. Hasta entonces, mantente a salvo y adiós por ahora. Bye for now.